Hey, welcome back to Carl's Off the Grid. This week we're not really going to be at the cabin, but we're going to be discussing one of the ideas about what we're doing to prepare for the cabin. And this idea is something that seems to be a concern a lot of times for the ladies. Us guys are a little bit dirtier and it doesn't really bother us as much, but at one point in time it affects us all. And that is, what are we going to do for showers at the off the grid cabin? I thought of a bunch of different ideas of what I was going to do and rolled them all up in my mind, and this is the answer that I came out with. I've tried everything from putting a water barrel up a couple feet above your wood burner, and you wrapped a coiled copper around the exhaust for the wood burner and heat my water that way. They have those black solar bags that you can fill with water, and then they have a hose that comes off the bottom with a shower head, and those tend to work pretty good. But those are all slower systems that you have to wait a little bit for the water to become heated. And I believe that living off the grid doesn't always mean that you have to do things slow or be uncomfortable. You can sometimes have the luxuries of the modern world at a little bit quicker pace, so that if you do have a lot of chores that day, you can actually get something accomplished. And so in my research, I found something. It's been around for a little bit. I don't see it publicized too much. Maybe I'm just hanging around in the wrong groups. But regardless, when I heard about it, I got really excited. And it's an actual instantaneous water heater that's made to work off of one of those little green propane bottles. And it's a unit where you can use it to heat your dishwater. It has a spout on it that you can use for washing your hands, and it also has a shower head. So when I heard about it, I had to go out and pick one up, and it arrived this week. So my video for this week, we're going to take this thing out in the outdoors, and I've got a gal who's offered to come with me, and we'll see if she lets me spray her down with this system. And sometimes she can be a little bit feisty, so we'll see what happens. Here it is. This is what came in the mail. This unit is made by Mr. Heater. Mr. Heater has been giving us a bunch of good supplies over the years. Some of the portable heaters that I use for my hunting shelters, or some of my little shelters that I've established on my land that keep me out of the elements, are all made by Mr. Heater. And so when I heard that they made an instantaneous water heater, I thought, all right, I'm going to have to jump on board and grab this heater. Obviously, I just didn't go out and buy it. I did a little bit of research. There's quite a few instantaneous water heater people that are out there on the market today. Mr. Heater makes this model, which is the XW18. Coleman makes a pretty good heating unit from what I understand, and there's a few other major brands that are out there as well. All these brands have really good reviews, except for there's one common gripe about them. These portable heating units do have a battery that is used for the ignition of the burner assembly, and they also run the submersible pump that you'll use in with this system that you put into an external water source. So with that battery, that's where most of the complaints come about. People complain, oh, my battery life isn't lasting all that great, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I gotta let you know, folks, if you're gonna use something that's battery operated, you're gonna have to be a pretty disciplined person. Along with battery maintenance, that's something that requires, that you stay on top of things. And so whenever you have anything that depends upon batteries, you got to be self-motivated and do a little bit of maintenance. If you don't commit to doing this maintenance, obviously the product isn't going to work for you, and you're going to have failure. And that's what most all the complaints that I read on any instantaneous water heater, they all evolve from battery problems. So with this unit, right away, as soon as you take it out of the box, the first thing that you're greeted with is a warning that says that you need to prepare this battery. You need to charge it for 24 hours. And if you don't charge it for that initial first 24 hours, you are going to have problems. So that's the first thing that I did, is I put this on the charger, which comes with the unit, and I let it charge for 24 hours. After that first initial charge, you'll never have to charge it for 24 hours ever again. The recommended charge time when you use up all the power on the battery is 4 hours. If you haven't used all the energy out of the battery, they say to top it off once a month with a 2-hour charge. And charging at 2 hours usually gives you at least 50% charge, and it also tops off the battery and keeps the battery in good working condition. If you don't do this religiously, if you use this thing only once a year and then you pack it away with the family's camping equipment, you aren't going to have success with it. So use your brains. All right, with this unit, it is a pretty simple basic unit. It comes with a spout that has a volume control on it right here. You can turn the volume of water up or down. Above that is the temperature control, this big large black dial that they have on here. That was the dial that you can use to determine how much heat you want in your water. It has a digital display. It's got lights that tell you about the battery. If the battery needs to be charged, the light will blink or flash at you. There's a light that'll tell you if you overheat the unit. If you try running it too hot, it does have safety device in it that'll turn the water off when it gets over 125 degrees. 125 degrees is very significant, because at 125 degrees it only takes 0.3 of a second to get scalded. So because of safety and liability issues, they put this safety device in there to help you out. If it does overheat, this thing will shut itself off until the water in the burner assembly has a chance to come down to comfortable, safe levels, and then it'll restart. I'm going to kind of work backwards here. Since I have the spout out already, I'll show you this unit comes with your shower head and a very flexible hose. This hose is very soft. It almost feels like it's maybe made up of some type of silicone or something like that. If it bumps up against you, it's not going to hurt you or anything like that. It's probably going to protect you if the water is really hot, because it is a thicker hose. It has a quick disconnect coupling on the end, just like hydraulic equipment has, and the spout has a beveled and tapered edge on it that when you pull the coupler back and push up, it snaps right on and makes a watertight connection. The hose is roughly about 6 feet long, so you can set this down on a picnic table, or if you have like a bathhouse, you can set it on a shelf. Fire this thing up by turning on the on switch. You can hear the igniter is clicking, and it's ready to light up the unit. So there's the shower end of it. Let's quick take this apart. We'll turn it around, and I'll show you where our water source is going to come from. We'll show you the working end of it. Back here, it has a regulator on it, just like your Weber grill would have. You can either attach a hose connection to a big propane bottle, or you can use those convenient little green propane bottles that you can get at any outdoor center or anything of that nature. I think Walmart, Kmart, all those stores all carry it, and I've even seen it in the sporting goods, I think at Target. But you get those propane bottles, they screw right onto the bottom. And then also in the kit, you get the part that draws up the water. This is a mini submersible sump pump. It's very quiet. It is connected to a longer, probably about a 4-foot hose. You lower this thing down into your stored water, and then the end of the hose also has a quick disconnect coupling, just like the shower head had. On the bottom of the unit is the place where you pull back the coupling, push in, release the coupling, and it makes a good water seal right down here. It also comes with the electrical cord for the submersible pump. When you look on the back, we're on a crummy angle here. This black one is going to tell you that it's for the pump, and that's what this wire is. It's connected to the pump, so we'll plug it in, it pushes in, you're ready to go. All right, let's not put it off any longer. I'm kind of excited to see how this thing works. Let's do this real time. We'll go outside where it's nice and cold. We still have snow on the ground. We'll see how long it takes to heat up the water, and we'll see how efficient this thing really is. All right, so I have the hose on for the spray head, and I have the submersible pump hose on. We'll put the pump inside the bucket of water, see how that reacts, and let's go ahead and fire this unit up. I heard the burner assembly fire up, and obviously water's coming out of the spray head. I don't know if you're picking up the steam or not, but this thing is already toasty hot. That literally took maybe 2-3 seconds, and I have hot water. So, all right, let's go see if we can get my model to come in here and test out the shower. I've got shampoo for her. Sometimes she's like your typical model. She's a little temperamental and a little bit of high maintenance, and it isn't always easy to get her to come on in front of camera, but we'll give it our best shot. Bailey, could you help us out with this video? Come on. Oh, that's a good girl. Okay, come on. Oh, does that feel good? Oh, oh. Does that feel good? You're such a good girl. That's why you're my favorite. Does that feel good? Oh, look at the steam coming off her. Oh, does that feel good? Good girl. Yeah. Come here, give me a kissy. This is a good baby. Good job. All right, go play. This stuff feels beautiful. I can't wait to use this. And if you notice, I'm using nothing more than a 5-gallon bucket. And look at the steam coming off on my hands. This is absolutely great. I love it. This is going to be perfect for the shower. And look how long it took us to set up. I mean, this literally was a 2-minute job to set it up. And it's still running, still going perfect. All right, let's go inside and we'll talk a little bit more about this. How about that Bailey? She's pretty awesome, isn't she? And how about the heater? That's just as awesome. I look forward to having some nice hot showers this year when I come off the trap line or when I'm out hunting or whatever I'm doing in the outdoors. It's going to be really nice to be able to come back and to be able to enjoy a nice hot shower. And I'm sure my family's going to enjoy it at our off-the-grid cabin as well. Let me just quick answer a couple different financial questions about this thing. I was talking with a fellow YouTuber, and he's been using the same unit now for 4 months, and he doesn't use the little green canisters. Rather, he uses a hose with an adapter on it and runs it straight off his propane tank. And I think he said he pays $40 in the last 4 months in propane expenditures. So I mean, that's $10 a month in propane. That's pretty affordable. That's a lot better than the utilities that I pay at my regular home. And then the initial cost of the product, I think I picked this up off of Amazon. It was roughly around $260, maybe $265. Being a plumber by trade, I can tell you that's dirt cheap. Your regular base model water heaters for your regular residential home, whether it be gas or electric, they usually start at anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. So this 200 some bucks that I paid for this thing, that's nothing. That's a no-brainer. Living off the grid doesn't always have to mean that, you know, you're living I mean, in the prehistoric ages. Living off the grid nowadays can be done with a little bit of comfort, and this definitely brings comfort into my life. I'm grateful for all you guys that are supporting me on my channel, for my subscribers that have been for me for a long time. You guys keep me on my toes and have given me some great ideas on things that I should do in my channel. I'd like to give a shout out to a couple of my new subscribers. Unfortunately, unless you make your name or your status made public on YouTube when you sign up for YouTube, I don't know who you are. But if you have made it public, I can give you a shout out and give you some thanks back. Right off the top of my head, I'd like to thank Chip from Wild About Being in the Outdoors. It's great to have you on board with us. BNO, who is another YouTuber. I appreciate having you join us on our channel. Brian Martin, incredible to get to know you, brother. Thank you for your help on that MS391 video that I did. I'm a new YouTuber, and I don't claim to be an expert or a professional in any of these things. The purpose of my channel is just to make people aware of things that are out there. For example, this water heater. I've been in the outdoors now for 50 some years, never even knew that something like this existed. So any way that we can help each other out is greatly appreciated. Carter Stanton, nice to have you on board. Appreciate your support, brother. And Jacqueline Gatton, she is the world's best essential oil salesperson. Appreciate having you on board on my YouTube channel. And appreciate your support that you give me. Eric Greenfield, giving you a shout out too, brother. Keep building those potato guns. You got the world's best potato guns, that's for sure. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed this video this week. If you did, please click the thumbs up channel, thumbs up below the screen here. That helps my channel grow and helps YouTube decide to give me more support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it also helps this channel grow. And look forward to seeing you guys next time on the next video. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but if you got any ideas, leave it in the comment section. Otherwise, we'll come up with something. I've got a couple cool ideas about off-the-grid cooking. I think I might shoot one of those videos coming up soon. But thanks again for your support. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.